What's up, guys, and welcome back to our TNA series in TEW 2016, Day 1. It's Tuesday, week 2 of May. We're about to run the first ever NWA TNA show. Can't unfortunately be on pay-per-view because we're not popular enough, so we were on the very prestigious WTLK TV12 graveyard slot. You know, the most prestigious thing we've got going. As you can see, I've made some signings. You might notice some new people weren't on episode. I actually made a little list of them. So, quite a big list, actually. Air Paris, people for Triple X, Super Crazy, Marseille Machine Guns, Darren and Nova, Sanjay Dutt, Johnny Swinger, Simon Diamond, for the team, Joey Matthews. I didn't sign Christian York, but I could. It turns out he's on a developmental deal. So that didn't work out too well. Scoot Andrews to replace Jimmy Yang as our third Elvis. Chad, I don't know, is that like Coiler? Coiler. Matt Stryker with a Y, so not the teacher one, the other one with the unibrow. Brought them in as like a. Well, I brought them in and thought, oh, I'll make them a team, and it turned out they already were a team. So that worked out quite well for me. As email managers like our two clients, basically. I need to check the names, like Helena something, but I can't remember. Helena Heavenly, maybe? Because get it, it's like hell in heaven. Really clever there. We also signed Kimono Wanaleya, Francine. I love Kimono Wanaleya's name, it's so funny. And Don Marie, who's going to manage Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond. Our first locker room incident was Scoot doing poker. And Jorge Estrada and Jushin Liger, please be protege. Oh, I was like really excited for the idea of that. Okay, I can't access it because I've already booked segments. Now I have booked this whole show to begin with because I just wanted to make sure I had everything in my storylines and that. So we'll quickly run through our team. Oh, wait a minute, I just remembered something I need to do. I need to look at Nova. Made him a personal trainer. I need to find a gimmick for him and Frankie Kazarian that they can do. So look. I mean, I could just make them a show stealer. Like both of them show stealers. That could work. If you can't even do that, so never mind. Kinda don't want to use, I'll just have to use Cocky. I feel like I've used that far too much. But, the garbage man, like, oh great, he can't be Cocky. Because of course he can. Fun and babyface. I kind of like that idea actually. So we've got like we could do it like Kazarian's like the serious one and it's the wacky one. They get into all kind of, you know, hilarious jams. Oh, last friendly. There you go. Helena Heavenly. That's her name. Yeah, so we'll run down the people we've got. We do have some NWA title holder loans just to mention. So you've got Abyss managed by James Mitchell, Air Paris, and AJ Styles. So I'm gonna use this Air Raid bit. Well, it says singles people, so they're both having a true born gimmick, which is like, from the company, made by the company for the company. We've got Alex Shelley, James, Chad Coiler, Chris Harris, Chris Hero, Sabin, Christopher Daniels, got all of them Chris's, Don Marie, Disco Inferno, Don West, Dutch Mantel, Alex Skipper, Ernest Miller, Finley, Francine, Frankie Kazarian, Helen Heavenly, Hollywood Hogan was I'll need to touch on Hogan a bit more. James Mitchell, James Storm, Jeff Jarrett, Jeremy Borash, Jerry Jarrett, Jerry Lawler, Joey Mack. Made him kind of like a weird outcast loner. I think that could work with him. John Cena as like clean cut John Cena. Johnny Swinger, Elvis #1 Estrada, Jushin Liger, Kaz Hayashi, Ken Shamrock, Kevin Nash, Kimono Wanalea. Such a funny name. Low Key, Mark Johnson, Striker, Mickey J, Mike Tenay, Monty Brown, Norman Smiley, Master of the Big Wiggle, Nova, Pieroff Jr. for, just because he's the champ, Psychosis, Steamboat, Dams, Mojo, Scoot Tani, Simon Diamond, Sanjay Dutt, Sonny Siaki, Super, Taka Michinoku, Tetsuhito Takiawiya. Takakawiya. This lad, crazy old man Terry Funk, and that's our roast. I can never. Did you say that surname again? Takaiwa. Takaiwa? Takaiwa. Right. I don't know how you say that guy's name, but that guy. Teams we'll quickly go. So we've got Air Raid, AMW, Diamonds in the Rough. I don't think this was the Diamonds in the Rough. I think it was was it Swinger and Felix Skipper? The Diamonds. The Diamond managing them. I think that's what it was. But I just, I'm gonna use TNA things, but not necessarily in the same way. So we've got Flying Elvises, 2 and 3, Helena's Hunks. What a team name. It's even better with that monobrow. Look at that. Yeah, because Arid and Nova don't have a name yet. Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Got Los Luchas Locos, because I thought Psychosis super crazy. Psychosis crazy. So they were like kind of daredevils, risk takers, that kind of thing. Say Machine Guns, Triple X, 2 and 3. Which reminds me, I need to make Triple X and Elvis's stables. You can probably notice that there already is a stable. Which I'll second. Flying Elvis. What was this? Name never looks right. So Jorge Estrada, Scoot Andrews, and Sonny Siaki. And Triple X is Daniels, Felix Skipper, and Loki. Jeez, calm down. God, that was loud. Yes, we have this third stable here called Icons. Kind of wanted to do, as much as a cliche as it is, I wanted to do like an NWO kind of vibe because I have Hogan and Nash, and I would have had Hall. Didn't get Hall, and I'm super bummed out about it. So I threw in Jarrett as like the third man. Oh my god, Jarrett's the third man. Better not give him that idea because he'll do it in real life. But yeah, I kind of wanted to throw together like a little group. Just gonna take a drink and I'll explain once I've finished. Apologies, my throat might be a little rough this recording, so if that picks up on the mic, I'm really sorry. Yeah, so we have Hogan, Jarrett, and Nash. Basically, if we have a look at their gimmicks here, Hollywood Hogan is a big league star. He's like, I'm above this, crappy little new backwater company. We've got Nash, who's just bitter at young folk coming up. Basically, Kevin Nash is kind of playing like an asshole version of himself, kind of. Well, he's playing himself, but without the likable parts. You know what I mean? He's basically, if you got rid of this part, this is what he's kind of going for. And the same with Jarrett. Jarrett's like, should be NWA World Champion, WCW. So hopefully that's easy to follow, and I'll quickly run it down our storyline. So we've got Icon. I'm gonna feud them with the people that I want to build up to be, the kind of faces of TNA as we slowly build them up. So like they're gonna be, to begin with, RVD, Terry Funk, and Shamrock. RVD, I want him to be like my main guy. Shamrock, he's gonna be a top guy, but he's starting to get on a bit and decline, so he won't be around for long. Terry Funk, I kind of like the idea of him being like a kind of mentor to the younger folk. And kind of based it on the reality of Terry Funk was always willing to, like work with younger, less experienced folk. Like Foley and your Tommy Dreamers and your, you know, those kind of guys. So anyway, we've got this rivalry where we're going to have basically Norman Smiley is getting attacked by these two. He brings in football star Monty Brown to help. What? Monty Brown? He played for the God, he played for the Buffalo Bills and competed in the Super Bowl. That's actually really cool, actually, that he competed in the Super Bowl. I didn't try and get Sabu. I might need to get Sabu. Got like the birth of the X Division, so I've just thrown in some X Division guys. I need to add more, actually. I don't remember all who's in my X Division match tonight. I think Solchita is. I'm basically going to probably have most of the people that are going to be major parts of the X Division in this storyline. Yeah, Joe is going to be a part of it from the beginning. Got the oncoming Abyss, which is just going to be, you know, about building up Abyss as like a big monster heel. Starting with John Cena. Got a tag war. I kind of want like the idea of like, as it's a new company, all these tag teams are trying to, you know, establish themselves as the top ones at the very beginning. I think that would be quite fun. And a 100% serious storyline called The War of the Boogie. Which is, I love this name. The minute I wrote it, I was like, 10 out of 10. Which is the feud between Disco Inferno and Ernest the Cat Miller over who is the best dancer. And if that isn't early TNA, I don't know what is. So we're gonna run our show. We're in Alabama somewhere. Bessemer Civic Center, which I think is actually, I think it is a civic center in Alabama where the first like TNA event actually is. So it might actually be there. Or was it the Von Braun? No, it was the Von Braun Civic Center. We're nowhere near big enough for that, but that's where like the first TNA show was. Anyway, let's the show. Wait a minute. Sorry, I just saw something. Wow. Yeesh. That is not a good economy. Oh man. Well, I guess we missed an entire global market crash, so good for us. You know, when we were locked in our TNA bunker. Here we go. So we opened the show, yeah, it's very good, with a 89A angle to open the show, not bad. We have Hogan, Jarrett, and Nash. They're going to talk about the Battle Royal that's coming up. They're going to win. One of them's going to win because they're the best. Yeah. Blah, they improvised well, very good. Hooray. So in our first ever match, TNA history, and about that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Liger, Air Raid, and Casanova defeated the Elvises, Joey Matthews, and Low Key. And AJ defeated Andrews by pinfall with a Styles Clash. Of course, I had AJ get the first pinfall TNA. People are complaining about the announcing job by Don West. Don't care, I love Don West. James Mitchell heaps up Abyss. They both got awful ratings. But the crowd, it got the crowd hotter even if it was only 29. That's interesting, actually. Okay. Then he beats John Cena in a squash match in 3.5 minutes. It's not necessarily a squash match. Well, it kind of is. You know, I want to build Abyss up, not necessarily not build up John Cena, if that makes sense. I'm going to build him up. The only problem is he can't really compete in the X Division, so I'm actually thinking about adding a like non-X Division secondary title. Maybe like a US title, because I've always liked the NWA US title. The Barry Windham type of one with Dusty ad. Ernest Miller cuts a promo hyping his upcoming match. He had a dancing fool gimmick and it was rated poor, which is a shame because his dancing is amazing. About that had decent wrestling but not much heat. Triple X defeated the Diamonds in the Rough, Los Luchas Locos, and Otani and Takeiwa. in 1234, which I can remember how you say that name. First it was Otani and +1, and then the Luchas and the Diamonds of the Rough. Triple X win the NWA World Tag Team titles. Kind of would have preferred it if it was the Luchas last. Whatever. Monty Brown and Norman Smiley got a promo hyping up a tag match they're going to be in later tonight. Smiley's I'll show you an athlete wacky Norman Smiley. That's like his character in my head. Brown's like Bounce, as he used to say. Really like Monty Brown. Decent match. Monty Brown and Norman Smiley defeated Kaz and Taka Michinoku. 13:23 when Monty Brown defeats Taka by pounds. In terms of in-ring work, Taka Michinoku was the best wrestler. No. Color me shocked. Rob Van Dam cuts a promo hyping up, him being in the Battle Royal / with Hogan. Here's our main event, but it had great and decent wrestling. Hogan wins the Battle Royal. Boo. Final four include Rob Van Dam, Nash, and Shamrock, with RVD being the final elimination and getting the most eliminations over the course of the match. Hogan wins the NWA World Heavyweight title. Wait, did I make this the one? Yeah, this is the one. So, I forgot to mention this, but you can only win by pinfall is how you eliminate folks. Jesus, really? Ken Shamrock is an awful MMA badass. It's interesting. Anyway, let's have a look. A 73B angle to close the show. RVD is not celebrating his victory. It's just after Hogan wins, they add insult to injury and maliciously beat the crap out of RVD. Oh no! Dun dun dun! That increased our popularity in one region. Good. Next show, we're going to move outside the southeast already. I can tell you that because, we want to keep our company growing. If unread emails and decisions. Oh yeah, in between episodes, WWE happened, so now renamed all the shows and that belts because it kind of annoys me if they're not renamed. I mean, it can be programmed. It'd be cool if you could do that though. Nova needs to rest. Oh yes, and we got the best tag team of all time. I did want to bring in, an extra tag team. I like how they arrived the day after the show, though. Now you're probably wondering, oh Mild, where's no X Division champion? Because in actual TNA didn't form the X Division right away. Well, they didn't have the X Division champion crowned on the first show. That's like the one little thing I thought it'd be kind of fun to keep. Forgot how much. I forgot about the trolls. I'm also gonna thank, I can't remember who it was that suggested Coiler and Striker, but they had a few good suggestions, and the people thought were gonna be big deals in 2002, and then maybe necessarily didn't end up that way. I was kind of thinking about bringing in Nowinski as well, because I always kind of liked him. I might do that. Oh shit, Chris Masters. Only. Where's Nowinski? I'll shortlist him. So yeah, I'm gonna do one episode per show each week, like how it was originally with TNA, and they're just gonna be numbered. I'll do an anniversary show, Slammiversary. I'm gonna book a match. I'd like to get you excited for the next episode. You're going to have a. Do I want to go all the way up to 6-man? No, we're gonna go 4-man. Between Jushin Liger, Taka Michinoku, AJ Styles, and Psychosis to crown the first ever X Division champion. Oh, that's even cooler because it's international. Oh, sweet. Sorry, I like international matches. That's for our first ever X Division title, and if that's not a good match, I don't know what is. What's the other thing I want to do? Yes, I want to add... This is more so I don't forget it. There we go. So we are going to have the World X Cup, because it's one of my favourite things. It's like a 6-person tournament. Feel only... Mid-card, I guess. Put high flying. Tournament title. And right now, I don't know when I'm going to hold it, so I might just put it in May. I should look up when Destination X was in real life. I think that's May, isn't it? Phone. Gotta love doing some research on the fly. I can also look up who that was. Commented about who I should sign. I looked up the TNA World X Cup by accident rather than Destination X. X. Oh god, GFW. Forgot it's GFW now. Oh, it was originally March, and then it moved to July. And now it's in August. I'm going to put it in March. So that obviously isn't going to happen for a while. It's going to be a trios. Did I make this a trios title? I did. Okay, so it's going to be a trios tournament here. Interesting people. Like, I'm not sure who I'll bring in for the first one yet. Hopefully people you like, people that might stick around for a while. So next week we'll get a TNA champion, X Division champion. If you guys want to, I think I should do the idea with the NWA US title, please tell me, because I like when you tell me stuff, it's nice. Oh god, I can add someone to my Hall of Fame already. Just had Too Cold Scorpio. Anyway, sorry, I get very easily distracted by things. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this episode, give it a like. If you want to see all the other stuff I do, subscribe to me. Sorry, I'm just like looking at things, thinking, oh, I should really auto-push my roster after the show. Because there are events that'll probably get people popular. What's AJ Styles now? Oh, still mid-carder. Shame. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Did a like, subscribe if you want to see my other videos I do. Be totally cool. Leave comments with suggestions and stuff. I don't know, other stuff. Yeah, I'm sure there was another thing I usually say outside of goodbye, but I can't think of it. So, goodbye.